All right, I'm about to do some DTF polos. Got a couple tips for you. First of all, use a pillow. You can get these from like Wellington House. I think Stahl sells them. That's going to allow you to get proper pressure everywhere, so get a pillow. Next, cut a piece of hoodie material. If you've got extra hoodie material laying around, we do. We're a pretty big print shop, so we've got extra scrap pieces. But get yourself a piece of hoodie, because even if you use your Teflon sheet to protect it from the heat, these buttons will melt. I've noticed specifically matte buttons that kind of have a matte finish tend to melt quite a bit more frequently than like shiny buttons for whatever reason. I'm not a button master, so I don't know what the material is or whatever, but they do melt. So get yourself a piece of hoodie material, that way you can protect them like this. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you is this. Okay, so I've got the logo on there, standard placement, you know, roughly 4 fingers down. I've got it even with this seam, and that looks pretty straight. It's kind of a weird shaped logo, but it looks pretty straight. Now watch what's going to happen. So I'm going to heat press this. Okay. Now, when I take this off, you might notice that it looks slightly crooked. It looks like this side should be up just a smidge, tilted that way. It doesn't always happen on every polo, but it seems like a lot of left chests that we do, especially DTF, for whatever reason, they look like they need to be tilted up on the right side when you're looking at it. I think it has to do with, you know, the way that the shoulder is cut. So I would suggest doing one, having it as straight as you can possibly get it, and then if it does have a little bit of a tilt to it, then you're just going to have to tilt it a bit on the heat press. So we'll do another one with a slight tilt and see how that one looks. All right, I've got this one on straight. I'm not busting out the T-squares or anything like that, but this is pretty straight. I've been doing this for a long time, so my eye's pretty good. That's straight. I don't know if it looks straight on the camera, but so that's pretty straight. So what I'm going to do is just barely tilt it outward. So now it's slightly crooked, and we'll see what that does. Okay, I just pressed this one. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I had to set the camera down to lay it out flat, but there it is. It looks pretty darn straight. So if you're ever doing polos, I would just suggest doing the first one, see if it looks a little crooked. If it does, just do a slight tilt, do another one, and see if that straightens it out for you. I've noticed that it happens, for whatever reason, it seems to happen pretty frequently with Sport Tech polos and district thread shirts. I feel like, you know, the basic PC54s, the Gildans, the soft style might actually do it. I think we might have had to tilt it on the soft style too, but the basic tees don't seem to have a problem. But for whatever reason, the Sport Tech polos, most of them anyway, and the district shirts for sure, all seem to, if you put them on there perfectly straight, and you can actually use a T-square, I've done it. So you put it on there perfect, you T-square it, you press it, and you pull it off, and it looks crooked. So like I said, I'm not 100% sure why. I think it's the cut of the shoulder. But to fix that, all you're going to do is tilt it up slightly on the other side, and then you get yourself a nice looking polo. One other thing I'd like to point out is that you've probably all seen this, the marks from the heat press. There is a way to remove that. You know, people will tell you to use like a silicone brush. I've tried that. It kind of hides the line a little bit. Other people will just kind of heat press, pull the polo out or whatever they're doing, and press it again to try to like fade that out. The thing, if it's really bad, the thing that I found that works the most is that you take a mini iron. I think Cricut sells their own little branded mini irons, and then you get a piece of Teflon, set it over the side, and just kind of circle it out, and you can fade those lines out, and it's not quite as noticeable. In real life, this actually, you can't really see it, but on this camera, for whatever reason, it's like really exaggerating it. So I figured I'd just mention that. But yeah, so use yourself some protective material here so you don't melt your buttons. Do one, see if it looks crooked. If it does, just slightly adjust it, and you'll have a nice looking product.